Good morning, good night, good day. Happy Saturday. Today is June the 14th, 2025. Man, this year has just been flown on by. It's almost Christmas time in July, as they say. Welcome to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we're are about. Want to give shouts out to those that made this show possible. More and More Sports Management. Looking for a management service firm, contract negotiations, event planning, sponsorship sales, and more. Give them a call at 601 260 3509 or log on to the website at www.mms-management.com. Nothing but more. We give you more is their slogan. Talking Sports Live with Rob J, Jamie Horton, Larry Nix, and myself, Bernard Moore III. Join us every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. live from Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. You can follow us via social media, Facebook, YouTube. Also join us every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. on the Lou 35 local channel here in the Jackson metro area. Now, if you have cable, you can unplug it and use, if you're doing streaming or some type of YouTube, you can use your bunny ears and remove the cable box of selection and go straight to your antenna and go to 35. I want to say it's 35.1, and you will be able to get the Lou 35 and watch us every Sunday at 10 p.m. After you finish watching football, because football season is about to start up now. Speaking of Full Moon Barbecue, best little pork house in Mississippi. 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi. To place an order, call 601 853 1712 for catering for 10 meals or more. 601 466 7713. Let them know that you heard it on More on the Road. They may throw you an extra set of cookies or something. Monique's Dessert Boutique. Cakes, muffin, cookies, oh my. Purple Velvet Bakery at yahoo.com. You can follow them on Facebook as well as Facebook as well as Instagram to get more information about what she can bake, or what they can bake for you. Again, cupcakes, cakes, muffins, oh my. Hillcrest Christian School, one family, one faith, one future, 4060 South Sourwell Road, Jackson, Mississippi, 601-372-0149, or hillchristian.org to schedule a tour and test and see what Hillcrest has to offer. Defining Moments with Larry Licks. Tune in locally, 104.3 FM at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday, or to the TuneIn app, WPBP 104.3, or Facebook Live, as well as YouTube, Defining Moments with Larry Nicks. Zion Trial Missionaries Baptist Church, 935 Pearl Street in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm getting kind of tongue twisted saying all these different addresses. I'm gonna be somewhere, so is Google Siri not listening? My bad. 925 West Pearl Street in Jackson, Mississippi. Reverend Daniel Watkins is the pastor. Definitely join us if you looking to fellowship somewhere. But again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road. Bernard Moore III. We're here live at Break It, Smash It, Chunk It, Smash Rooms. You can throw you have an opportunity to just throw stuff around. Right now we're on the axe side, the axe throwing side. But on the other side, you have a lot of opportunity to throw stuff around. Stop by 200 Bass Pro Drive in the Outlet of Pearl, Suite 460, Pearl, Mississippi, 601-706-2904. BreakItSmashRooms.com to go ahead and book it and schedule it to get yourself a reservation in here, because talking with the owner and the founder, he was telling that he had a lot of reservations come up quickly, and it kind of blew him by surprise, because some people may do certain things, but they're booking ahead. So definitely get on their calendar. But I know that he is capable and will work with you and what you need to do. But joining me today is my good friend, Mr. Dan Keefe. How you doing today, Mr. Keefe?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Just enjoying another beautiful day. I know that this weather is kind of confusing out here, looking like it may rain or it may not. It may do this and it may not do that.
We call that Mississippi. It's not confusing. It's just what we're used to.
Well, yes, you can say that much. But how's everything been going, Mr. Keefe?
We've been doing quite well, man. We've kept the axe lanes going. We've got a lot of things happening over next door, Break It Smash Rooms. We've added new smash rooms for even more capacity so that you don't have to wait as long. On Saturdays, we we're getting into an hour and 2 hour wait. And now we've added extra smash rooms so we can get you in quicker and faster and let you get rid of that anger.
Now, you adding more rooms, so now that means that your inventory is going to have to increase as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I know I was actually, before I was making the trip down, I said, man, I forgot a couple of bottles. I did some kind of spring cleaning.
Oh,
I got some stuff that I want to donate, and so you can go ahead and have some.
that's,
I may be the one to come in and break it, but you give me the platform to do it.
well, a lot of people don't know that we take in electronics. Like if you've got a microwave or a toaster oven or a TV that you don't want anymore, you need to get rid of it. You can't just throw it away. But we take it and recycle the parts we have to recycle out of it, and then we smash the rest. So we are recyclers in that manner, that we do take those things and dispose of them properly.
Now, with technology today, they have these flat screens.
Yes, sir.
I know growing up, I'm not trying to show my age, but you would know my age. Growing up, you had the box TVs.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get a lot of box TVs in?
We can't smash those. They're cathode ray tube, and they have mercury in them. So number one, if you smash them, they implode because it's a vacuum tube, and it's very dangerous. Glass goes everywhere. And then number two, you got mercury in the air, and we really don't want the EPA coming in here and giving us any hassle. So we self-regulate, make sure we know what we're smashing,
Okay.
make sure we take out all the bad stuff so that we don't have that issue.
But how difficult sometimes that is. Some people, they just want to just give stuff away, and like I said, you're in the business of receiving because you want to stock the inventory, because football season is coming up, and you're going to have some very interesting fans that want to take out some of the frustration, and people has to have a whole lot of stuff that want to break in, and sometimes you have to turn them around. But what are some things that you can think off the top of your head that you definitely would say, no, we cannot take these?
We can't take lead crystal. That has lead in it, so whenever you break it, it's dangerous. Can't take lead crystal. We can't take plasma type TV, and plasma is kind of gone now anyway. It's been 15 years since any were manufactured, so I think we've already cycled through most of those. But the cathode ray tube TVs that you're talking about, we keep those. Certain bottles we can't take, but that's pretty limited. We can take most any kind of beer bottle, wine bottle, liquor bottle. Most bottle recyclers do not want colored glass. So the bottles that have any type of a tint or color to it, like a beer bottle, they don't want. So we can take and use those, and we're actually we're compacting the trash is what we're doing at that point. We're taking what would be a dumpster full and turning it into a garbage bag full.
All right. Well, how's your relationship with the local bars around here? Because I know
we have a lot of them. We have what we call a sponsorship program.
Okay.
And we take care of our sponsors. Okay. They save bottles for us. We have a route that I've got a man that drives around and picks up every Monday and Friday, and he goes around to our route and picks up all the bottles that they save for us. And we have a tub system where we provide them with a tub that sits beside their garbage can and behind the bar, and they can just put the bottles in there, and we come pick them up and give them fresh tubs. And then we have some bars that are so busy that they have just cases and cases of bottles, and they just literally just set them back in the case when they're done, and we come by and pick them up, and it works out really well, and we save them a lot of money on trash. I know we do a lot of work with the bowling out at Fannin Lanes, and they were all encouraged because they were able to step down their dumpster size by giving us the bottles and not having to use so much trash in their dumpster.
Wow. All right. Now, with Trustmark Park is being back active with the Mississippi Mud Monsters, how's that relationship? Because I know a lot of guys come on and want to drink. They have Thursdays or whatever things along that line.
Well, they don't serve glass, so they kind of got they only serve in aluminum cans or the aluminum bottles, if you will. So yes, I would love to have had that, but they don't serve in glass for, I guess, a very good reason. But we do have a good relationship with them. David has been active part of our marketing for years, so we have been supporting when it was the Braves, and haven't done anything with the Mud Monsters this year, but we just we're going through some refocusing with the additions over here and the remodel that we just didn't have the budget for it this year. But we'll take care of it next year and be a part of them.
All right, now with football season coming up, do you think you're going to have an increase of on Sundays? Take some of the fans taking out their frustration.
We hope so. I put up some pretty fantastic televisions here. It's all 75-inch, high definition. We've got high quality direct TV signal going to them. We can play the games in full high def better than you can probably see at your house. And you can sit up here and enjoy some adult beverages. And if your team does lose, you need to take out your frustrations. We've got the place right there next door.
Well, let me ask you this: do you have some TVs in the Smash Room?
Absolutely, yes, yes. We collect a lot of TVs, and that is a big number one thing. People love printers. We just had a party last week for a call center, and of course they wanted system telephones. They wanted to be able to smash the telephones. And in a doctor's office, you have printers and things like that just frustrate them so badly. And then we have a lot of people that just love smashing laptops and TVs. So we really enjoy getting those things and having those.
With the electronics, I have tablets that I'm trying to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring them up, toss them up, and smash them in one of the Smash Room? But I know you have to look at them to make sure that there's nothing inside.
Well, tablets are a little different story. We do have a gentleman we've worked out a deal with. He likes to take the batteries are lithium ion.
Okay.
And if you pierce that battery, it's a problem. So we cannot smash those with the battery in them.
Okay.
And to take them apart is almost more labor intensive than it's worth as the value of smashing it. So we have not been able to do iPads and that kind of thing, but I did just recently find a gentleman who likes collecting those batteries, and he's doing some type of an experiment thing with all the battery packs out of these iPads. So when we get iPads, we take them to him. He pulls the batteries out and then gives us back the iPads. So we're hoping we'll have some soon to do that with.
Now, I know that you spoke when we was first coming in that you had some updates on the boards, the external boards. Mm-hmm. What updates have you had with them? Because I know I see some different diagrams going on right now.
They released a new game called Emoji that is, in the past, they had some emojis in some of their games, and that was like the don't hit that or you lose points kind of thing. So it was kind of a neat little twist on some of the games. Well, this one, they came out and it's all emojis. So you can hit the bad emojis and not hit the good emojis, and it becomes a lot more fun because you have a challenge. It's not just throwing at a circle. And that was the whole purpose behind this place, was high tech, the safest it can be, and fun games that everybody of all ages can play. It's not just one round target.
Now, with the move target, do you think that brings more complication, or that'll bring more individual pride because the targets are moving instead of using a target?
Yes, and the other side of it is, even as a very good axe thrower, if you are a proficient competition axe thrower, you have practiced to throw into 3 locations on the board. And you've mastered that. That's great. There are no 2 targets in here that are going to be in the same spot. How good are you at throwing it at different locations, not just those 3? So that's where this becomes a lot more fun. Even if you're a proficient axe thrower, you really don't have a leg up over the novice because you're not throwing in the same spot. You're throwing a different spot every time. And as I said before, and you disavowed, females typically are better at doing that. They pick that up quicker, and they somehow have a better control over the axe than most men do, because men, I think, feel that they have to throw it really hard and show how manly they are, and that's not the case in these games. Purposely designed to make it simple, to make it easy. Even a child can do it. I mean, that's the whole point.
Now, I know we spoke about the age. What's the age limit for the axe throwing?
We really don't have one. We recommend 6 and up. At one point, I was saying 12 and up, and someone brought a 6-year-old girl in here that just blew my mind how good she could throw the axe. And so at that point, I've changed my mind. I recommend 6 and up now. And I'm not saying every 6-year-old can do it, but I've seen some 6-year-olds that are pretty good at it. So because we're using a 1.5 pound axe, it's not terribly heavy. the targets are specially designed to be easy to stick the axe into, and you don't have to put a lot of force behind it. If you can throw it 12 feet, then you can play the games.
Now, with that, are the axes, are the different axes, are they weighed the same, or do you have some, like say for the novice or for a young thrower, someone arm is not strong compared to you looking for your muscle bound bodybuilder throwing the axe? Do you have the different weights, or they're all
No, there are some places that throw the longer handles and do different things like that. And they'll throw, the Viking looking axe and those type things, but they're throwing those into regular dimensional lumber, and they can take the hit a lot better than our targets can. And so we had to give that up to be able to make it more welcoming to everyone. And that's why we made that decision.
Yeah. Now, again, you can definitely come down to 200 Bass Pro Drive. Father's Day is coming up.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Now, and I know women, you want to. I'm not being sexist or anything, but when it comes to compared to Father's Day and Mother's Day, there's a difference. Don't say no; it's still another day, but we put more emphasis on Mother's Day compared to Father's Day. So, men, if you're looking, do this. Give your wife or your significant other $200 to $300. I know you finna spend some money now. $200 to $300. Come to the outlet mall, shop, and then you can save some and put in your pocket. Well, I know nobody's bring your tie, wear your tie, because I know you're gonna have some ties and socks, and come over to Break and Smash Axe Throwing.
Break and Smash Rooms or Chunky Axe Game.
Yeah, Chunky Axe Game.
Yeah.
And come over here and just sit down and fellowship. You have beverages, and you can come down and just sit down in the nice, cool atmosphere. Watch baseball right now because football is not in yet. You can watch baseball.
We could probably find a football game if you really wanted us to.
Yeah, they're playing some football. Oh, I forgot the XFL, the Football League. One of those are going on. So just go ahead and give your wife $300, $200, $300. Tell her go to some store in the outlet mall, and so you can come on out and shop it and just sit back and enjoy your time here and chunk it, and then you go in the Smash It room and just start breaking stuff.
And I would even do better than that. We're giving away a Father's Day package at both locations. So we have a giveaway here at Chunkit where you get axe throwing session for 2 people plus a couple of beverages to enjoy. And I'm kind of calling it a father-son bonding thing.
Okay.
And then we also have the same thing over at Break It that we're calling a father-daughter. And it's a competition on Facebook. So you go to our Facebook page and you tag the father that you, the rad dad is I think what they're calling it on Facebook. You tag your rad dad and tell us why he deserves it more than the other rad dads out there. And we're giving that away tomorrow morning. So you might get a free event.
So you heard that. Go ahead and go to their Facebook page and tell them why your dad is rad. You can either go to the Break and Smash It room, or you can come over to the Chunky room. Either or, you have an opportunity to win either one. So definitely go ahead and go to the Facebook page and check it out. But if not, just still come on by 200 Bass Pro Shop in Pearl, Mississippi at the Outlet Mall, Suite 460. So you got to, well, it depends on where you park it, because if you park
around back, it's a lot cheaper if you got a woman with you. If you park around front, you got to walk her by Michael Kors and Coach. If you got kids with you, you got to walk them by Nike. It's going to cost you a whole lot more money. So park in the back, come by the cookie company, and then we can get most of your money.
Yeah. So you heard that now, guys. Definitely parking on the backside. What do you mean by the backside? That's
by the
close
playground,
to the interstate, the playground, because the kids not gonna want to play too much
That's right.
out in this heat. So they're trying to hurry up and get inside. So if
you might have to buy them a cookie, but that's the worst.
Yeah, you can save a few dollars because it's not that far of a walk if you park on the backside. I didn't realize that, but yes, that is a little different. So if you park on the back, that's a very short walk, and then you won't pass so many stores trying to get here. Well, Mr. Keith, like I said about the special that you're offering for Father's Day, is there any other special that you're offering?
We offer weekday specials all the time. So every weekday we have a different special going, and essentially that's just to drive more traffic in the middle of the week because we aren't as busy as we are on Saturdays. So we have a prize wheel that you can spin on weekdays that gives you special pricing on extra add-ons or free gifts, that kind of thing. We have special axe throwing prices on Wednesdays and Thursdays to allow you to get more for what you're paying for. And if you like to just come in and practice, you can practice pretty cheap, just so that you're better when you do show up with your family on Saturday. You can show them up.
Now, what are your busiest days?
Are usually the busiest days. Here recently, we've been getting more busy, and we think that's more people traveling than anything. We're seeing a lot of people stopping off on their way from here to the beach or wherever they're going from and to. But we see a lot of that, and we're getting a lot of reviews from people who have stopped on their trip and stopped by to see us, because we're pretty unique in the world. There's not many smash rooms the way we do it. And that's, I built that on the roller coaster philosophy, that if you build a better roller coaster, everybody will travel to come ride that roller coaster. So that was the purpose behind why we built it the way we built it.
Now, you also have over in the Break and Smash room, you have paint.
Paint splatter, yes, sir.
Now, how interesting is that one?
Paint splatter was designed after I was at a wedding and I saw the bride and the groom pretty much have a food fight with cake. And I thought, well, this is interesting. But it's not sustainable. You couldn't do it in a business because we'd eat all the cake. I mean, it just wouldn't happen, and it would be sticky. And so I thought, well, what else could we do? Well, let's put a twist to it and have an artist twist. You can paint a picture, or you can have a food fight with paint. Or you can just go in there and do everything your mama told you not to do. Paint the walls, paint the floor, paint the ceiling, paint each other, paint a picture, whatever. Because we all love marking on the walls when we were kids. So now you go in there and paint the walls. It's a lot of fun. We put you in protective wear so that you're covered, your clothes are covered. We have shoe covers to put on your shoes, and you go in there and just make a ridiculous mess. And you laugh so hard, so long, and it is so much fun. And we have a package called a date night. And it was basically derived because we did have a lot of people come in that wanted to do a smash room and a paint room. And so in order to maximize their dollar for them, we came up with a package that made sense. And you get a hostel smash room for 2 people, plus you get a paint package for 2 people. And there's nothing more fun on a first date than to come out here and really take the edge off. I mean, if you're in a tense situation that first date and you can take a girl in the paint room and let her just totally splatter you with paint, then she's going to let her guard down and y'all are going to have a lot more fun.
So do you see that more as, like I said, icebreaker, a relaxing moment? So for those that are trying to go on their first date, come on by.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Come on by.
Well, number one, if you take a girl into the smash room and she lets her inner crazy out and you see how crazy she really is, it gives you a lot more information to make your decision on how far you want to take that relationship. But she also gets to see you too. So that's kind of the double-edged sword there.
So basically you're using this entity as more of a counseling session.
As a filter,
yeah. Okay, gotcha. Wow. So again, if you're looking to see if this is the one, male or female, for you, definitely come on by. Again, you have beverages, you have your counseling session, you have an opportunity to take out your frustration, and you can paint a picture. I know you want to paint a picture and see if this relationship can go. And if you painted a nice looking picture and he or she messes up your masterpiece, and if you get frustrated, guess what? You can just walk across the hall into the smash room. You can take their picture and also and go over there and smash it as well. But again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is definitely what they're about. I want to thank them for being a part of this show, the creator. If you're looking for a management service from contract negotiation, event planning, sponsorship, sales, and more, give us a call at 601-260-3509 or log on to www.mms-management.com. Talking Sports Live with Rob J, Jamie Horton, Larry Nix, and myself. Join us every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. live from Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. Or you can tune in onto our social media platforms, X, which is known as Twitter, or Facebook or YouTube, as well as Instagram, or join us every Sunday at 10 p.m. on the Lou 35. That if you have rabbit ears, that if you have a TV and you're using Stream or some type of service, just go to antenna and then type in 35.1 and you will get the loop. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Mississippi, 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi. To place an order, call 601-853-1712. For catering, 601-466-7713. If you have 10 meals or more, contact the catering. Or if you want to place your order and go through the drive-through because they have a drive-through service, or you just want to walk in and pick it up, give them a call and go ahead and place your order, or fullmoonbbq.com. Cakes, muffins, cookies, oh my, Monique Dessert Boutique, Purple Velvet Bakery at yahoo.com. Locate them on Facebook as well as Insta for your cakes, muffins, cookies, oh my. You're saying that very fast, you're going to get tongue twisted. Hillcrest Christian School, one family, one faith, one future, 4060 South Sour Road in Jackson, Mississippi. Give them a call at 601-372-0149 or hillcrestchristian.org to schedule a tour and test and ask any questions that they may have. Tune in every Tuesday, Thursday from 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, locally 104.3 FM, or the app WPBP 104.3, or Facebook Live or YouTube at Defining Moments with Larry Nix. Friends, families, faith, and fellowship. Zion Tribe Missionary Baptist Church, 925 West Pearl Street in Jackson, Mississippi, led up under the leadership of Reverend Dr. Daniel Watkins. Wow, saying all this stuff, you can get tongue twisted, your tongue get twisted, and all this type of stuff. So sometimes you mess up when you're doing what you're supposed to do. You get frustrated. You just come on over to the Break It Smash Room or the Chunk It X Joint, and you can relieve your frustration. Because I know I'm gonna be here a little bit during football season, as they know that I'm a 49ers fan. We've been going through injury bug, so Sundays I may just spend time down here and watch the games on Sunday, because if they lose, I'm gonna have to spend some more money and go ahead and release some frustration. If they win, I'm gonna celebrate and I'm gonna paint a picture. So might as well be here where you can do all that here at
So we need to get
Break It
Smash
Smash
Rooms
Room.
ready.
Yeah, definitely. Now, and speaking of sports, Mr. Keith, now we, like you stated, you're not a sports advocate and thing. You know, you're watching.
No, I'm a sports bar owner rather than a sports fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, which fan base do you think need to spend more time here with you at Break It Smash Room?
Wow. Wow. The Saints have not been doing real well here lately, and my wife is a huge Saints fan, and it's been painful. It's been painful to have to watch her go through it. So they may need some help and some solace down here to get their. Hopefully they got something better coming, but boy, it's been dry for a couple of years.
And now, with that, have you seen an increase on after some big game or some big event that you get more fans? I mean, or more patrons visiting.
Not that they admit to. I think they're. I think they just come in secretly and do what they've got to do without telling us why.
Now, would you be up to taking a poll and say, "Hey, well, why did you come here?
Oh, sure.
Did your team lose?" Or
oh yeah, we'll do that. We get people that are in grief that will actually tell us, their story and why they were here. But typically, sports fans kind of take it under the cheek. They don't like to get it out there that, oh, I'm mad because my team lost.
Well, it looks like that we may have to tear down. We'll go ahead and put the chair. I mean, the guys, what do they call the couch? The couch chair.
Oh yeah.
They'll be at the therapist, the counselor's office. You might have to tear down the wall and talk to people first. Say, here you go. Come on in, so you can release some frustration. And now also with the chunky boards, you said you can download pictures.
Oh yeah. We've got the game that's allows you to make the target your own picture. So you can take a picture of somebody, like I did when we were having a meeting back a couple of days ago. I took your picture and put it up there and had your head spinning around. I was use the target. But you can do that for, a boss during a team building event. You can do it almost like a dunking booth. You can use that as your target. Or you can put up an ex-boyfriend or anything like that you want to do. Make it fun.
See, like I told you, this place it'll help build. It's a relationship building facility.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it may end the relationship, sometimes it may build a relationship. Because if you start a new relationship and you come and you paint and both of you all in that painting, you have a nice picture, but then you have a little extra paint left over and you may want to throw it on your significant other or your date. You can either say, hey, get upset with that, or you can laugh about it and you see those are good relationships.
Mhm.
As well as you can probably paint a picture or something and then you can take it to the other room. And if they destroy it, that's almost a sign of a bad relationship. Or then you come over to the chunky room, you can download somebody that you don't like and you can throw axes at them. Now, so you can either break the top score or you can see how much you really care about. But I've learned that if you really care about someone, that you will not try to hurt them. So if you are
Nah.
unsuccessful sometime with throwing a picture of somebody that you don't like, somehow you may have some type of compassion for them. But
Yeah.
I know Mr. Keith got something to say.
Oh, my wife has decided now that she's gotten into torture. She
Uh-oh.
loves to torture me. So I've been fighting that for a very long time now, and it's very painful. But and I'm married to a beautiful woman. I mean, she's so beautiful that when they see us together, they don't wonder how we got together. They slip her a note and say, blink twice if you are in danger. So in fairness, I was a lot better looking back in the day when we got
Okay.
married. But, when we got pregnant, I kind of put on a few baby pounds that I can't get rid of. And it affected my overall look, but I'm still the same guy. But so anyway, she's decided that she wants to torture me now. And she's made me wear this thing in bed every night called oh my Lord. And she loves to torture me with this thing. So it is, if you ever have to have one, you figure out a way to lose some weight. See if you can get around it.
Now I understand though that if anyone's not heard, CPAP is more of a help of breathing assistant because
I'm too fat.
you may, as they say, you may interrupt your significant other when you're asleep.
Yes, I snore, and
if you want to say, how can you interrupt your significant other when you sleep? You make a lot of noise, as they say. You either a train coming around the corner, or you the cow on the pasture, or you the ship that's set in dock somewhere. So you make a whole lot of noise. I can say my significant other said that I have snored a little loud, but some of it is just because of your tire. Now I'm not gonna say because of weight. You do a lot.
I do a lot, but yeah, I do snore apparently quite loudly, and it was a problem. So she's torturing me with a CPAP machine, and I can't get away with not wearing it because she'll come in there and force it on me.
She'll probably put on it while you sleep.
Yeah, and I can't sleep. I mean, it's killing me because I slept better when I didn't sleep than I do when I keep getting woken up every 30 minutes to put my CPAP back on because it just doesn't stay on right. But a lot of that has to do with the fact I'm ripping it off my face.
That's what I was about to ask though. Are you intentionally removing it, or
I'm not
unintentionally?
No, I'm not intentionally doing it. It's just it's bizarre to have something strapped to your face, blowing air in your face. It's very weird. So, but that's why I got the bags under my eyes now. I can't sleep like I used to. So, hopefully it'll work itself out. But I'm also working on the other side of it.
Now, what I know, like I stated, we've talked and conversed a few things about some things. What else other venture are you looking to add on here with the chunking as well as the breaking and smashing?
Really, my next project that is actually in the works right now is adding smash rooms to my Monroe venue.
Okay.
Over here, I want to add a kitchen to this location so that we can serve food and we can do a few other things with these large events. Because right now we've got some great partners doing catering. So El Potro, that's here in the mall at the food court, is owned by a friend of mine that is very prominent in the Mexican restaurant industry here, and he makes some fantastic catering food. So we do a Mexican buffet. We have a couple of food trucks we work with, and they'll come and cook a fantastic meal for a group event right out back there where we're parked. And so we have a lot of options, but I have some fantastic recipes from some of my other restaurants I had that I've been asked. People still ask about them, and I'd love to be able to bring them back. And we just sold out here, but that's going to be after I finish. Probably it'll be early winter before I get done with everything over in Monroe. and then
Okay.
I may try to start here.
So you're a chef also?
I make some pretty good food. I'm not going to say I'm a chef. I'm not professionally trained. I just grew up in the South with uh, parents and grandparents that knew how to cook,
Oh, okay.
and so I just learned that way. And I have made some pretty tasty items, but I'm not going to say I'm a chef.
Yeah, and I was actually talking with my father about cooking, and uh, my mother said this is the only way that you learn how to survive. Parents are parents are here to teach their children how to survive if
Mhm.
they're not there. So growing up, yes, my mother did cook meals. That's what she still does, and I enjoy cooking. But if she didn't feel like cooking, and she said, "I provide you the food, so now you're going to cook it yourself." And so that's how I learned how to cook. And
Absolutely.
I made some mistakes. I not saying that I almost burnt the house down, but I burnt the food up.
Well, you
And
have to learn somehow.
yes, but I know growing up around cooks, and I said my mother's one of the old cooks. She makes a lot of stuff from scratch. Well, but besides the kitchen, what else you looking to do here? Because I know you're gonna get some more. I said you probably have to get some more smash rooms again because football season coming up.
We hope so. Yeah.
And then dealing right here in Pearl, the Pirates, and especially doing not Bulldog weekend. Was it the Rankin County Super Bowl when Pearl and Brandon play?
Oh yeah.
Somebody got to lose, so somebody needs to remove some frustration so they can just come on down Highway.
Well, being that I'm from Brandon, I'll go ahead and open it up to the Pearl people and give them a special discount before the game, and just make it so they can, get it all out before the game.
Yeah, and I know that's a big game as well as then anytime any of the Rankin County school districts playing against itself is a big game.
Mhm.
No, Northwest Rankin against Brandon or Northwest
And
Rankin
Northwest
Pearl.
and Brandon, I think, in my eyes, are a bigger rivalry than Pearl, but and it's basically because Pearl and Brandon have grown together. They're literally the same place, so it's hard to say that you'd be a rivalry when you're interacting at the same Walmart all the time every day.
Yeah.
The Northwest Rankin is different. That's another side of town that we don't usually often go to, but so yeah, I would almost think that it's more Northwest Rankin.
Yeah, the Pearl and Brandon, because I know some students that went to Pearl as well as went to Brandon, and I was talking with actually former player Pearl, and it's saying it's like, man, he said where I live, my neighbor across the street, he went to Brandon, but I went to Pearl, and so if you go down the street around the corner, you went to the other school, so
Right.
it was just that close. And you can say like, right, yes, because the Walmart that sits on Highway 80 is kind of the center point is located, has the address of a Pearl,
Right.
but
But you can throw a rock and hit Brandon.
Brandon,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking about saying, what's about the one on Lakeland? But that is Flowwood.
That's Flowwood, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course Northwest Rankin is now in Flowwood, but I don't know if it's actually in Flowwood. I think it may stop at Cross Gates. I mean Castle Woods Boulevard, but I'm pretty sure that's in Flowwood now. So
Yeah.
but anyway, I know the bands from those two teams or the bands from the two schools seem to have more of a rivalry than they do with other schools, but that's all I really see and hear.
So
But we would love to do all your project graduations. Give us a call. We'll set you up just like we did with Pearl, and had a fantastic one this year. We had the dance party out in the under the Delta Blues Pavilion, and we are going to open that up to start doing some entertainment probably in the fall. I was going to try to get it done before the summer, but I don't think it's going to get done. But we'll start setting up live music or a DJ out here on Fridays and Saturday nights when the mall closes, and start having entertainment under the pavilion, which we think is going to be really cool.
but they still will have an option to come in here and smash
Absolutely.
stuff
Oh, yeah.
and paint and
Yeah.
chunk it at the wall.
Right. We just want to provide something really cool. There is nothing like that area in Rankin County. I mean, there's a few places that have a covered patio. There's a few places that have an outdoor space, but this is cool. And it's very nice, and it doesn't get as hot because the wind blows through there. And I've got some Porta-Cool type fans we can set out there, and it's a really cool experience to sit out there. And got the chance to do that during those parties, and really saw how much potential that has for adults like me and my wife that want to come out and just have a drink and hang out, away from the kids, but not be in a loud environment, not be in a restaurant environment. This is cool.
Now, with that, security wise, how would the security go? With you being on the outside, it's still a free flow of traffic coming through.
Well, foot traffic. I mean, this is a closed thoroughfare or
Okay.
midway is what I call it. It's a closed midway, so you either enter here or you exit here, and we'll have security from the mall or Pearl Police at either end to stop any foot traffic that shouldn't be coming after the mall is closed. But you really don't have that issue because it's private. There's no outside way to get to it without crossing a security barrier. So we can create that pretty easily. And that's what we did during the parties.
Okay.
We were able to section that area off, and we just had a security guard at each end, and worked very well. And it was, we were here all night long from midnight to 6 a.m. and it was really fun. 300 kids.
Do you have any issues from the neighboring communities about loud noise or?
No, and I pushed it I was loud. I really enjoyed cranking the music up, and I've got quite a bit of PA gear, and I was pushing it honestly just to kind of see what happened, and nobody said a word. So of course we were playing this way, so we probably annoyed some of the truckers over at the truck stop trying to sleep, but there's not really any houses that way, so we were okay.
Okay. So that is something that you probably worked out with the owner of this facility.
The mall, yes.
And looking to expand more to just have it.
And they've approved us to do something along that line, to do our entertainment.
So what days it look like? It's just be a Friday night or something you looking to?
I would start a Friday and Saturday night kind of thing, and then my entire intention of opening this place was to have a piano bar night, and I need to find some piano players that could do it. And of course, I've got pianos back there that I've been collecting over the years to be able to do this. So we want to roll a couple of pianos out there and let them do a dueling piano bar. And I would love to do that on a Thursday night for ladies' night, and everybody come out and sing along. But I've got to get all that in place.
Yeah. Actually, I came down here to do what we normally do at the mall, spend money for my wife, typically. And I walked out, I heard saxophone playing, so I'm thinking it was on the speakers because they had speakers throughout the mall and the planet. The outdoor speakers were like, man, this sound live.
Yeah,
it sound loud. It sound good. So then I kept on walking, and I saw that it was my actual saxophone player out there sitting
in front of Nike.
Yeah, and he was playing a saxophone. So is that something that you're looking to do, something similar to that with the piano, and people stop by and have a karaoke moment? Just have a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you've been to New Orleans is a perfect example. They had the Cat's Meow down there that was a piano bar, and it was dueling piano. And Pat O'Brien's very famous for their piano bar. You just request a song, and the piano players play it and sing it. And of course, you sing along, and you have a great time. And they can play anything, and it's fantastic. It's hard to describe how much fun it is unless you actually go to it. It sounds lame, but if you've ever been there and seen the atmosphere and the energy, it's a lot of fun. And so I think that would be something totally different that nobody's done here, and that it would be well received. And then of course on Fridays and Saturday nights, we do more of a acoustic type music, live music type thing, or a DJ to play the music like we did for the graduation night parties.
Now, let me ask you this. I know you've probably seen some of the stuff on social media where the guy holds a sign up and has a guitar. He said, if you're going through something, some type of depression, and you want me to just want to say it was saying pray about it, or you want me to sing a song about it, and then he start playing a song and kind of uplift that person. Do you think about doing something out there? Have the screen. You can put the words on, sing a song. If you're frustrated, you got something you want to go through. Come on out here, sing a song. Then come on in
Yeah,
and break some stuff.
well, we've done karaoke at the Monroe location, and
Okay.
we've talked about doing karaoke here. If I had somebody like, there's a guy called Dovey Das that's on the
Okay.
YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen him, but he just sets up on a street corner and he produces the music, um, literally lays down the tracks for whatever song you request, and then you come up and sing the song, and he's actually playing it live with you. And it's insane to watch the talent this guy has. If we had somebody like that, absolutely, I'd stick him out there, let him play all day long. I'd work that out because that'd be an attraction to bring people to the mall and to our stores. But I don't imagine there's many of them out there that can do what he does. But you just name a song, he figures out the bass line track, the drum tracks, taps them into his machine, gets it ready, starts playing the beat, and then plays along with his guitar while you sing. It's crazy. So I would love to see that here. That'd be great.
All right, so viewers, followers, listeners, hear me out. If you have the talent where you can create your songs very
Yeah.
quickly, Mr. Keefe is looking for that to definitely help, explore the different options here with the Break It Smash and Chunky Room. And you come in and sing a good song. And if you still have a little anxious and temper engine, you can come on in and break some stuff, or you can paint your picture. Now, it may get a little messy because you may be in there with someone that wants to play around, but hey, the option is here for you. Well, Mr. Dan, I know that you got a whole lot to do, so you can go ahead and add some more bags up under your eyes.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I think that's what I'm gonna
Well, you can though. I know you're significant,
take a nap.
but I would advise
Snore real
do
loud.
not go anywhere near the glass because if you snore a little bit too loud, the round of the glass may
Could
clash
be,
together.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, my office back there is a concrete tomb that I don't know how it ended up that way, but it is a concrete room that is quiet and peaceful, and nobody will hear me snore.
but if you're ever in the Pearl area, if you're traveling through, definitely come on by the Break It Smash Chunky, located at the Outlet Mall of Pearl, Outlet Mall of Mississippi in Pearl, 200 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 460 here in Pearl, Mississippi. Definitely come on by. Is well, I wouldn't say quiet because if you're in one of the smash it rooms, I mean the break it room, you breaking stuff and you smashing stuff. I don't think it's gonna be too quiet. And then once you come in here into the chunky room, you're throwing stuff. Sometimes you may get frustrated because if you don't throw it correctly, it's not gonna stick. So men do not
But
come
we
in.
teach you how to do that.
Yeah, they do because
Yeah.
he gave me a lesson a few weeks ago. But men, do not come in here and try to show macho that you're gonna throw it hard and get it to stick. It's an art to it because if you try to throw it hard, it may spin too many times by the time it get to the board, and you're gonna be on the dull end, and it's gonna fall and hit. I mean, it's gonna hit the wall and fall down. Then you're gonna get frustrated. Then you may want to try to go out there and punch the board, but do not because it punches back. Because that's the way it is designed. If you hit it and if it don't stick, it's gonna come back to you, but not too far. It's the science behind it for protection is outstanding. No, you would think that the thing will bounce back to you, but no, it's a way that they have it set up. Again, it is safely for any child. Like I say, he had a 6-year-old come down and
Mhm.
throw it. Well, did the 6-year-old stick it quite
Oh
a few
yeah,
times?
she was hitting it wherever we tell her to hit it. It was crazy. I could not believe it, and she had never done it before. She just had some kind of a natural talent. But we started playing one of the games, and we were playing tic tac toe with her, and she could put it exactly where she wanted it to be. So it was pretty insane that she had that talent. But it's not that difficult, is the whole point.
Wow. Again, so I know when I tried it, when he was giving me some instruction along with my business partner, I think I stuck twice. But other than that, it kept on hitting the wall and
Yeah, he
falling
kept
straight down.
nailing it, but you just couldn't get a stick.
Yeah, and I said,
You
but
were overthinking it, honestly. You were trying to throw it like a football.
well, yeah, that's the thing, guys. So if you come in here, you're throwing it. Just remember that it's not a football, it's not a baseball, it's not a basketball.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
an
want to twist
axe.
it. You
It's
want to go
it's a,
straight.
it's a way that you want it to. It's a way that you want to do it. So they have coaches that will come down here and coach you up to do it. But definitely come on by again. Bass Pro Drive, 200 Bass Pro Drive here in Pearl, Mississippi, Suite 460. Remember, guys, if you come with your family, park on the backside. So
Yeah.
you're going to pass all these different stores, the mall is made for women. Excuse me if you think I'm being sexist, but they have more women's stores in here than men. But we got the chunky axe throwing games, and you got the breaking the Spanish room. So, man, if you want to come down and just sit back and relax and have a beverage or something, definitely come on by. But again, is there anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Keith, before we get out of here?
Just remember, Dad, on Father's Day, he's going to be cooking for you because you're going to make him do all that. So you might as well bring him down here, let him have a couple of beverages and throw some axes or break some stuff, and then go home and cook. We'd love to have everybody come out. We do a lot of parties, corporate bookings, team building events, family reunions, any type of an event you have. We have a fantastic staff that can plan your event for you. We can handle the catering for you. We can handle everything. So you just show up and have fun.
All right, again, guys, you heard it here on More on the Road. Now, if you come by and say that you heard on More on the Road, he's going to throw you out. I'm just joking.
A cookie or something.
Yeah. He got cookies back there somewhere, so he's going to throw you a cookie. But, again, I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't know where we're going to be at next Saturday, but, hey, stay tuned and follow us again. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Much love to you guys. 1 + 1 = deuces.